Yeah. Hey.
Start your day with AIA. What is up? My name is Emma Hruby. I'm a senior at Northwestern. Pete the Rose Bowl sweatshirt. Go Cats. And I just finished up my swimming career there. But I'm so excited to bring the word today because it has officially been 40 days since we started quarantine, which is awesome. And you might be wondering, why is this crazy girl so excited about the fact that we've been in quarantine for 40 days? Like, literally, I've run out of Netflix shows to watch. First of all, you should go check out The Stranger. Great show. Second of all, the number 40 has so much significance in the Bible. And I could literally talk for days, but we're just going to get right to it. Deuteronomy 8, verses 2 through 4. Let's go. Remember that the Lord your God led you on the entire journey these 40 years in the wilderness, so that he might humble you and test you to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep his commands. He humbled you by letting you go hungry, then he gave you manna to eat, which you and your fathers had not known, so that you might learn that man does not live on bread alone, but on every word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. Your clothing did not wear out, and your feet did not swell these 40 years. Wow. All right. So let's get into it, right? 40 years the Israelites sat in the wilderness. This time period came between their exodus out of Egypt and the time when Joshua would lead them into the promised land. They sat here in isolation, just waiting on God to fulfill his promises. But I think you see in this time just God continuing to fulfill other promises that he's made. It says, remember that the Lord your God led you on the entire journey these 40 years. God did not leave his people. He was with them the entire time. And he led them through the darkness and provided them with what they needed in order to live. We see that he gives them food. And he makes sure that their clothes, do not wear out and that their feet do not swell. And, the most important part that God gives them is just this recognition, and he humbles them, and they recognize that they cannot sustain themselves alone. Bread is not going to keep them going, but the word that comes from the mouth of the Lord. God is the thing that is going to sustain them. And, they grew closer in their relationship with God. And this was just a time of great growth for the Israelites. And, after this time period, we see Joshua lead them into the promised land. And, it's followed by good things and change. But I think it's apt not to miss this because we have been in a period of the number 40. And in this time, I hope you would have used it to grow closer to the Lord and to have humbled yourself before God. And, it's not too late to do that. I think, this has taught us a lot, taught me a lot. And I think what's great is that we can have confidence in God's plan. After these 40 days, I'm confident that things will turn around because that is who he is. The fact of the matter is that God could make this all go away right now. He has the power to do that, but he hasn't yet. And I think there's a reason for that. He's got a reason for everything because, as you see, Hebrews 4:8 says, for if Joshua had given them rest, God would not have spoken of another day. There would have been no need for Jesus. If Joshua had led the Israelites into the promised land and that was the end of the story, if God had said, all right, close the book, we're done, there would have been no need for Jesus. But God knew, God laid it out since the very beginning. He had a plan. And he has a plan for this time. He has a plan for what comes after this period of quarantine. And I would just encourage you to recognize that God is here. He is present, and he wants us to draw near to him in this time, just as he did with the Israelites, just as the Israelites did with God. We can't miss out on this opportunity of 40. Because after 40, there usually comes a great change in the Bible. And, that change is coming. I can feel it. And I have confidence and a joy in God. And I would just encourage you to have that same joy. And I'm going to make a shameless plug for UTC Every. Go sign up. More information will be in the box below. I'm paying for the first 3 people that contact me with their registration info. So have a good day.